Good morning, Moos. I'm Tristan Butler.
And I am Taliyah Johnson. And welcome to Live at 8:05.
Here are this week's news stories.
Celebrating a birthday today is Daniel from 102.
Tomorrow is Yada Lees from 301.
Next Tuesday is Christopher from 300.
And Wednesday, the 13th, is Josiah from 213, Sylvester from 301, and Samuel from 115.
Happy birthday, Musketeers! Next, we would like to recognize the room with the best attendance for the week.
Good attendance is so important for being the best student you can be, and we salute the top 3 rooms.
In third place, homeroom 003 with Miss Oliviera.
And second place, homeroom 216 with Miss Semano.
And in first place with 98.5% attendance is homeroom 300 with Miss Lamas Guzman.
Woo! Congratulations, Musketeers. Taliyah, have you ever seen this guy before?
Yes, that's the man our school is named after.
Yes, that's right. We here at Live 805 are going to teach you a few things about Mr. Moos, and we want you to remember them for our pop quiz next week.
First fact, our school was dedicated in the year 1893.
Second fact, the correct way to pronounce his name is Bernhard Moos. Say it with me, everyone.
Bernhard Moos. The third fact you will learn today is that he was a Chicago shopkeeper. The building he used for his business was destroyed in the Great Chicago Fire of 1871.
But like many other shopkeepers at the time, he opened his store the very next day out on the street.
Next week, we'll give you a pop quiz, so see if you can remember these facts. On Wednesday, we celebrated our October Learners of the Month, who are risk takers.
November's learner profile attribute is communicators.
A communicator is able to express themselves in more than one language.
And in many different ways.
They are able to work well in learning groups.
And most importantly, they listen to the perspective of others.
Think about how you can be a good communicator in class today.
Today we have another staff spotlight interview for you.
Last week, I had an opportunity to interview a staff member that all of us know. Let's take a look. Live 805 would like to welcome Mr. Tristan Taliyah to our staff spotlight. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Taliyah.
How long have you been working here at Moos?
I've been working at Moos since December 1st, 2023. And next month marks my first year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was your life like and what was your job before you came to Moos?
Before I was working at Moos, I was a caretaker for my late grandfather. The job was physically and mentally demanding, but despite that, I do it 10 times over again.
Oh, that's sweet. So now you've transitioned to being a security guard. What do you love about your job?
I love the fact that I get to use my socializing skills to help problem solve around the school. You'll often see me working with all different ages as well as professions.
That's cool. What do you think is the biggest challenge about your job?
If I'm going to be honest, I find Moos to be a non-challenging school. These children are very respectful, very kind. I rarely stress whenever interacting with students.
What is a hobby that you really enjoy outside of school?
I enjoy weightlifting. I believe with a strong body comes a strong mind.
What's your favorite part about being in the Moos family?
That'd have to be seeing everyone's face in the morning. I love the smiles. I love the laughter. I love the good mornings.
Love the good mornings. Yes. Little known fact, Mr. Santoyo and I are birthday twins.
That is indeed true.
I want to thank you for joining me today for our Live at 805 Staff Spotlight. The students appreciate everything you do for us here at Moos. And now back to our live broadcast. November is American Indian Heritage Month.
You might recall that last month we celebrated Indigenous Peoples Day. We learned a little about Pocahontas.
This month we will highlight some Native American tribes and languages that you should know about. Today we will learn how to greet someone and using the Ojibwe word for hello.
The word is buju. Buju, Taliyah.
Buju, Tristan. Now I want our viewers to try this. Repeat after me. Buju.
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 Buju. The 3 most prominent Native American tribes that lived in the Chicago area before European settlers were Ojibwe, Potawatomi, and Odawa.
These tribes are also known as the Council of the Three Fires.
The 7th grade is conducting their annual food drive. Starting next Monday, you will see a donation box in your classroom where you can bring any non-perishable food items that your family would like to donate.
Non-perishable means the food that doesn't need a refrigerator and will last long. The food drive will last for 2 weeks.
And at the end of the food drive on November 22nd, Mr. Viviano will take our donations to local food pantries to help those in need.
The homeroom or advisory that collects the most items will win a pizza party. Talk to your parents later today about our food drive and decide that what you would like to donate.
Lastly, there will be a Filipino cultural event for the 2nd through 8th graders today in the auditorium.
At 2 p.m., we will get to see some of our very own teachers performing, Mr. Baculio, Ms. Dan Goulet, as well as some musketeers who will be a part of the Filipino cultural dance and fashion show.
I think it's safe to say that we are all looking forward to seeing this performance.
Well, thank you for joining us on Live at 8:05. We're your hosts, Taliyah Johnson
and Tristan Butler. We will see you next Friday right here. And remember,
you make the Moos amazing!